Hello, Poopsies, and thank you so much for joining me today on this custom ASMR video. This is a custom booking by Poopsie of 30 minutes. So, if you'd like to go ahead and book and sign up for your own custom video, you can go on TonyBomboni.com. I offer 15-minute and 30-minute custom videos for you. So check the link below in the description. Thank you so much for your support. So today is an interesting subject. This person who signed up for this video wanted me to go ahead and talk about anchoring and honoring good things spiritually, giving thanks, wishing others well, and all of these things in order to keep good things in your life flowing. So I'm going to include a long, drawn-out prayer for this one because I do believe in the power of prayer. I've actually been praying a lot lately. I usually don't say that, but I think that's weird to say too, kind of in a weird way. Or at least it makes me feel weird or uncomfortable. But I think this was perfect timing because I really felt in the spirit prayer would be the best solution for this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to talk a little bit about these things. So I will read her message to you now. So this is a booking by Valerie. Thank you so much, Valerie, for signing up. I do appreciate it. I had quite an influx of bookings this weekend, so I really do thank you guys so much for that. I got 10 at once, which was so cool. Hi, Tony. I've been meaning to book this for a while now, but never got around to it. The thing is, everything in my life is doing great, or I guess the things that aren't so great, I have a good attitude about. Know what I mean? I know exactly what you mean. I see you often helping people with their troubles, but what about when things are good, Is there a way to anchor and honor the good things spiritually so that they stay in our lives? A way to give thanks and a way to wish other people well once both those things are done. I'm thinking you probably know a few ways to do that, but I don't. If you have some sort of gratitude ritual you can share with me and others to achieve those things, I'd be very happy to follow along. I wasn't sure what to book, so we're going with a custom video. Wishing you all the best. You've been a wonderful resource to keep on in the background. Your quiet, self-assured voice is extremely calming while I do the stressful work stuff. It's like, if he's got this nailed down, why shouldn't I? That's so very sweet, Valerie. I love that. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. My poopsies are so sweet. Oh my gosh, especially those who sign up for services on my website. Every time I just get the sweetest, kindest words and encouragement and support. And you might not think I need that, but obviously I'm a human being, so obviously I need support, to keep going. It really helps me to be encouraged, to see a sweet, loving message. I rarely get those in private messages or something, but in the comment section in my bookings, you guys are always so supportive and loving. And, we all need that, to read that once in a while. And, so anyway, moving on. So, yes, I do help people with their problems. And yes, I probably do mention it more than I mention, the good aspects. It's because I love helping people through their suffering. I love helping people through whatever issue they're going through. And I can help people when they're going through good things too. But at the same time, if everything is peachy keen all the time, sometimes, not always, sometimes there is an issue underlying beneath that, or it's sometimes, I'm not saying for you, Valerie, or other poopsies watching at home, I'm just saying sometimes it can be a masked issue, fake, false positivity beneath an issue, because a lot of times life is not perfect. Let's be real. Life is not going to be tip-top 100% in shape all the time. It's just not, you know. I think we feel pressured to have our lives that way because of what we see on Instagram, you know, social media platforms that are not so much doom and gloom like, you know, X or whatever. But so it just depends on what you feed into, though, right? At the end of the day, it's a choice. Am I going to live my life dwelling in the negative, or am I going to focus on the brighter side of things? So I think it starts from there. Your choice, your decision. How am I going to live my life, right? What am I going to choose to do and focus on from here on out, right? What am I going to do about my problem? And Val, you and I would say mostly are in a similar page right now. Or even if some things sometimes don't work out, you just continue to choose to feel like things will get better. It's not even just a choice sometimes. Sometimes it's an honest, genuine feeling like things are going to be all right. You know, some way, somehow things are going to be okay, you know? And that's how I choose to live my life now, you know? Even if all this craziness is coming for us in the next 5 years, I still believe, I honestly mean this with all my heart, I honestly, genuinely believe everything will be okay. You might think I'm nuts. It's okay. All right? I honestly, genuinely believe things will work out. I don't know where this belief comes from. It honestly doesn't even have anything to do with God or faith or anything of the sort whatsoever. It's just I genuinely believe no matter how much craziness unfolds, it's gonna be all right. Yeah, so maybe you believe the same, but I'm sticking to that feeling. So it feels right. It feels like truth to me. So I'm sticking with it. And that's what keeps me going. That's what encourages me most of all. Okay. Of course, with God and prayer and other things, faith, you know. Where do I even begin? I think I can start with giving thanks. I'm looking at bullet point. Usually I have like, when you book a session with me, I'll have like a little, you know, post-it note with bullet points here of what I'm going to do. That's how I do these. So it helps me kind of stay focused and grounded in the message so I don't lose focus. Giving thanks. It's ironic because also, like, I normally don't know what I'm going to film until I just sit down, look it up on my phone, and see, okay, this is what they booked and signed up for the day of. I never really look in advance because that gets biased judgment in the way. I want the message to come as it comes, as the Lord delivers it day by day, you know? So, and that's why I don't like thinking too far ahead. So it helps me stay in the moment, in the present moment too. So anyway, but today, I think it was perfect. And I'm telling you this because today I literally was just spontaneously giving so much thanks to God. So just all morning I was just talking to him like for like a whole hour, like just thanking for every single thing. And I think that is so important to do sometimes, you know. You don't have to obsess about it or do it every day. By no means do we even have time to do that sometimes. I know that sounds so bad, like, oh, I don't have time for God or, you know, myself or self-care, you know. But that's why I like giving myself that hour each morning to actually pay attention to things like that. You have to, you know, you have no choice at this point. There's too much out there, too much psychic attack, too much darkness, you know. You have to give yourself that hour every morning of gratitude, of prayer, of meditation, exercise, stretching, whatever you know, eating right. You have to give yourself that hour each morning. Otherwise you go nuts. I'm telling you, you're not going to make it the next 5 years. I'm being honest with you, right? You have to, we're in a spiritual, what they call warfare, right? You have to protect your energy. You have to shield yourself from what's coming. You have to give yourself that hour each day, okay? If you cannot do it in the morning, you cannot even fathom getting up in the morning and spending an hour doing that because you're so busy with the kids and all that, fine. find that time though. Find the time, okay? And this is where it starts, okay? Because this is what keeps good things and blessings unfolding in your life like glue, okay? If you're ever in doubt and you're having worry and fear about losing it all overnight, I know what that feels like, okay? I grew up in a situation with my family. We had so much, like $1 million worth of assets, like over 20 years ago. That's like worth God knows how much today. All gone, almost as if it was overnight, so I know the fear of that. I know what that feels like, all right? So, but by sticking and committing to you and yourself, you will pull through and get out of any situation, anything, and this is why spending that hour committing to yourself each day is going to be crucial and vital for your success moving forward, all right? Because you need to give yourself that time to yourself, with yourself, to connect with you. It doesn't matter how many kids you have, if you're in a relationship, even if you're single, right? And childless, give yourself that time. You have to give yourself that love. It starts from you. Even the Bible will tell you it starts from you. This video has nothing to do with religion. I don't want to make it about religion or any of that. No. Okay, it's just what has worked and stuck with me, all right, is giving yourself that time, okay? I know God will want you to do the same, all right? Because he works through you. When he indwells in you, when he is in your heart, the source, creator, the universe, whatever you believe, right? When that is indwelled in you, when that works in you, that means he works within you and through you. So would not he want to take care of himself too? Obviously, he gave you a temple, a beautiful, precious, holy temple to take care of. You are the holy temple, right? You have to take care of your body and treat it right, We all have those days when we're like in ungratitude and we're like, oh, F everything, middle finger to everyone. I get it, okay? I still to this day have those days. I'm like, oh my God, F everything. Like I just want to, throw in the towel some days because human nature, right? Our monkey brain, right? So, but we have to constantly keep ourselves in check. And in my 30s, I'm noticing more with time that I'm keeping myself in check more. In my 20s, it was hard to do. I always let the flesh win. I always let that brain take over. You know what I'm saying? By my 30s, I'm still in my beginning journey, but I'm slowly learning to unlearn that, to actually remind myself, oh, why am I feeling this way? Why am I having an attitude right now? So anyway, I could go on and on. My point is give thanks, okay? Even if you don't feel like it, give that gratitude, send that love out into the world, into the universe. Start there. You got to start somewhere. Start from there. So start from there. And a problem I've had for a long time is when things actually are all running super smoothly and going super well. Everything was just flowing. I got bored. So I would recommend you heal first before seeking anything. So you can seek things from a place of being healed. So if you would like to connect with God more, do that first before asking him for anything. All right? I wish I knew more, or I was a little more mature before asking God for a lot of my blessings, because I ended up not wanting most of what I originally asked for to begin with. Yeah, so come from a place of healing, come from a place of some faith, some belief, whether in yourself or an external force outside of you, which is still within you, right? Nothing's truly outside of you if you think about it. But just give thanks for where you're at now, even if you're bored with where you're at, Even if you're living in a nice big home, you have tons of money in the bank, you have nothing to worry about, you probably don't even have to work, some of you, right? You're probably bored, okay? I've known a lot of you. You're probably bored as hell, right? You're probably in that ungratitude energy sometimes. It's okay, right? Just accept where you're at now, all right? Maybe you don't have many friends that can relate to your beautiful life, right? Just accept where you're at now. Maybe you have to cut a lot of people off because of jealousy. I get it. Been there. Accept where you're at, okay? Accept that your life is perfect, right? Maybe you are trying to create chaos because you're coming from an unhealed place in your heart, right? Pinpoint, why am I bored? Why do I always want to create drama and chaos to make me feel like that rush, that dopamine hit, right? So give thanks for where you're at now, and it starts from there. So I'm going to move on into anchoring and honoring good things spiritually. So anchoring is part of the healing journey. So, use some of that blessings and money you have to heal yourself, right? To talk with someone. And that person will help you anchor these things, okay? You can't do it alone, right? It's impossible. You have to sometimes have external help outside of you to make you realize, oh, this is something I wasn't seeing. It's all part of God's work and plan. He sends you people sometimes to help you, right? Maybe he sent you this video today, hopefully. So, but it's going to be hard to truly honor and anchor those good things unless you come from a place of healing, okay? So, yes, I pray today that I'm going to kind of do a mix of, like I said, prayer and talking in this video, kind of long and drawn out. I pray that the Lord allows you to receive this divine healing, this divine intervention. I pray that he allows you to see all that you have, even when you cannot see it. Even when it's right in front of your face, sometimes you can't see things. I pray that you could now see those things. Your eyes are open and receive this healing. I see a lot of illness and sickness. I pray that he heals that illness and sickness from you so that you can give more thanks. I pray that you give thanks now in your hour of darkness. I pray that you still receive this divine healing so that you can recover fully and completely, and you can focus on not just your healing, but the gratitude of all that you have now. I pray that all who are unhealed right now heal. All walking around with mental health issues, anxieties, stress, I pray that is healed. And for those like Valerie and Poopsie, so everything's perfect, everything's going smoothly and well, I pray that you receive that you deserve to be where you're at now. That many people on this earth, 99% of people, are not living that way. I pray that you appreciate that you are that 1% who do. I pray that you truly honor and respect where you're at now, and know that, not to take it for granted, that the Lord has blessed you. Yes, he has blessed you with this abundance. That it is not of your works, it is him who works through you. I pray that you receive this within your heart. Know that it is not your works, it is not your cause. When we remove us, the ego, ourself, that it's not about us, that we didn't cause any of this, that it is a higher source that works within us, through us, that helps us, then we truly can understand that it can all be gone overnight and taken overnight, like a blink of an eye. You know, our house can be washed in a flood like that, well, in our sleep. You know, there's nothing we can do about it. So truly to honor where we're at now, to truly honor the higher source power within us, to honor that we were blessed, to honor that we are all blessed here. Anyone watching this video, you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. You are blessed. You have that food in your belly now. You are blessed. Even just having $5, the blessing to rub $5 in your hands, you are blessed, my friends. You have an option. At least that 5 can get you some food today. You are blessed. The lungs in your breath, you are blessed. The breath in your lungs, you are blessed. Just feel those blessings, just integrate with it, feel it, anchor it within your being. Feel those blessings in every breath you take. You are blessed in every heartbeat you have, even just being here in the physical right now. That God has allowed you to incarnate into the physical. Do you think that was your choice? Do you think you caused that or did that? No. How silly we are to think that we caused all that. That we created the earth. No. How silly we are to think that. How foolish we are to think and believe that. We may have contributed on a soul level to part of creation to some degree, yes, but to create all of this, no, not on our own hands. It is all thanks to him. And we thank him for this. We thank him for entering our hearts, for being there with us. We thank him for all these beautiful blessings that even incarnate on this physical three-dimensional earth. And to have a fleshly experience, even to have an experience of touch, to even know what money is, to even know what making love is, to even know what watching a YouTube video is. We thank him for everything. We just sit in that gratitude now, sit in that thanks. Give your thanks. You can quietly say your thanks out loud to yourself now. I thank the Lord for my poopsies watching. I thank the Lord for everything, for YouTube, for giving me a platform to share these messages, these prayers. I thank Wix for giving me a website to operate my business and do my readings that I love so dearly doing. They're my favorite thing in the whole world to do. I don't know what I'd do without them. I don't know what I'd do without my poopsies. I can only thank God for these miracles. I never expected to do so much and make so many videos, but here we are. So I thank you for that, Lord. I thank you for everything in this life that has brought to me. Thank you for peace. Thank you for bringing peace to my poopsies. Thank you for bringing joy in their lives. So just let it flow. You just close your eyes and let the gratitude flow. It'll come out of you. I do want to make some sounds, though. I don't want to just be here talking. I brought some triggers to create some sounds. So that's how you truly, with time and practice and rehearsal, anchor and honor good things spiritually. Spiritually can be whatever it means to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, there's this crystal you have to work with today. You know, normally I do that, but today I felt like doing something different. I'm not going to tell you today that you have to, I don't know, pray to Oshun or, you do what works best for you. Or pray to Bastet or, I'm open to all of those things. I don't care. You do what works best for you. I don't care, okay? Spirit means different things to different people, okay? You do what works for you, honey, all right? With love and respect, okay? I really don't care, honestly. Pray and do whatever works for you, okay? I'm just giving you some of my tricks and tips that have worked for me. I'm doing spray sounds. Misting myself with this spray. Oh, snap. This was my booze spray bottle, so I didn't realize. I think this was Agua de Florida. I didn't realize I'm probably spraying cologne on myself. Oops. My bad. It's very cleansing, too. So, here we are. Okay. So, wishing others well. This can be the hard part, especially if sometimes we have a jealous spirit, okay? I've been there, all right? I'm a Scorpio rising child, all right? We're all capable of that, right? Like, let's say you're living on a street and you have like, I don't know, a $600,000 home you're in. And that's great. That's more than enough, right? But all your next door neighbors on the street, 2.5 mil, 20 mil, 30 mil, right? You're jealous. You feel small. You feel like you're that little shack on the street, right? You feel nothing. You feel like insignificant. You just feel tiny. Like, why didn't the Lord bless me? If he loves me so much, why didn't he give me all of that? That's the biggest lie from the devil we tell ourselves, right? It's uranium glass. I thought it made a good sound. But you're not seeing that some people live in a $60,000 home or a cardboard box on the street corner, right? So it's easy for you to forget. So it may be hard for you to wish your spoiled neighbor who lives in that $20 million mansion next door who came over in her bathrobe slippers and cried to you because their husband is drinking too much and not treating them well, right? So you're like, oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. At least, you know, you probably cuddle a $20,000 plush toy or have a $20,000 bed. I don't know, right? Whatever. I'm just making things up. And you're like, oh, it makes it harder for you to feel sorry for them or wish them well, right? Just an example of many examples, right? Just a stupid example I came up with. So how can you wish others well when you feel, honestly, that they're doing it way better than you, or, you know, they're doing way more well than you, right? It's because it comes from within. Happiness and peace come from within, right? We have to really understand that. I think this is the hardest concept for people to grasp. Like, true abundance, true happiness, true peace is not in anything outside of you in your heart here. It is from within. And that's why connection to source is so important. Because when you have God, you have everything. Because God made everything, even that 20 million mansion. He's made all the mansions combined and the mansions in heaven. So when you have that in you, you don't need any of those things. And you can give love to anybody. You see? Because you're not seeing them through the eyes of judgment. You're not seeing them through the eyes of, oh, you have this, why should I help you? Why should I feel sorry for you? F you, right? You're not seeing through hatred. You're seeing through true love and grace. Okay? So, because that little girl probably grew up in poverty. That little girl in her bathrobe, fancy Versace bathrobe and slippers, probably, even if she didn't, probably grew up in a horrible situation. Even if she did, look, even if she had everything constantly in order and perfect, and she was protected by her mother or father from even knowing about danger or anything dangerous, right? Even if they look perfect and they're beautiful and they have all the money in the world, right? You still see them through the eyes of love. You still see them through the eyes of love. You still see them as one of you. You still see them as human being. You still see them as yourself. That can be hard to do, especially if you feel bitter. You grew up in a rough neighborhood, in poverty. You're just bitter and angry. I get it. I get it. It can be so hard to wish others well. Or you were in a job or worked with someone and you were on the same team getting the same paycheck. And years later you see them, they're a multimillionaire. Yeah, this has happened to me, YouTubers I've worked with. It can be hard to wish them well, especially when they've wronged you, especially when they've ignored your messages, especially when they don't even pay you dust anymore and pretend like you don't even exist. I get it. You can feel better. You can feel be okay with feeling that feeling. That's where healing comes from. You have to be okay with feeling that feeling. You have to accept you were resentful, you were jealous. Rebuking it doesn't work. Repenting from it doesn't work. Trust me. You have to accept, to fully integrate, heal part of you, you have to accept this is how you feel. If you're constantly pushing it away, saying, no, I rebuke it, I don't feel this, I don't accept it, you're never going to heal, baby. You got to accept where you're at, and that's the highest form of love. When you accept, this is how I feel. That's where the true healing comes from. And then when you accept it, it honestly goes away. Like it doesn't even exist, really. So, it takes practice. And forgive. Forgiveness, as much as we hate it sometimes. Like, why does that word exist? We have to forgive. It's a practice. Honestly, forgiveness, it's a practice. Oof, like, if you're an actor and you're practicing your lines, Your script, it's a practice. I promise you. You gotta sometimes put that smile. You gotta fake it till you make it. You gotta practice forgiveness. It's tough. I know. It's so freaking hard because it feels sometimes like, why did God give them that which you could have given? Why did, you were on that same race and then they excelled beyond you? Why couldn't you live in that situation, right? You wonder why. Why'd you get the short end of the stick, right? So, but if you're on the other end of the stick, you probably have some guilt for that. You probably have guilt for treating people that way. You're probably ashamed of yourself. You haven't probably looked at yourself in the mirror for bringing others down just so you can get ahead. No one specific. I'm just reading into some people today. So, wish others well, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, no amount of resources in the world will ever make you feel better. It starts from you, right? You make yourself feel better. Okay? All right. So, wish others well because that's the right thing to do. And when you wish others well, you are giving them gratitude. And when you do that, you are naturally receiving. Don't do it with the intent of receiving. Just give thanks. Pray for people. More comes to you by praying for people, for others anyway. Pray for those suffering. Pray for those who are not suffering. Because they're probably suffering anyway. Because the whole human experience is suffering. Right? Nothing lasts perfect forever anyway. We all get sick. We all die. People die around us. Nothing's going to be perfect and still and calm and peaceful forever. As long as we carry that peace within. That's what we should hold in our hearts. Because it's the best thing to do. It's not necessarily the right thing to do. It's just what's best for you to get you through this life. And if someone's living a perfect life, pray that they have discernment. Pray that they know what's out there. Pray for their healing. Pray for their strength. Because if they've been sheltered and protected, they probably don't know much about life in general, or don't have that strength to get through anything, right? They're the person that cries when they break their nail, even if it doesn't hurt, that fragile person. Pray that they have the strength to know otherwise, to know that there's another way, and to know that they are not limitless. We are all limited forms in this creation. We are limitless as soul, but in this physical creation, that's the ego gets in the way. Pray that people don't let their ego get in the way, right? I could go on and on. So I'm giving you ideas of what to pray for when it comes to other people, because this is a huge problem we have in today's world. Even people who think they are God himself, you know what I mean? So, that's just what works for, it's not about me, it's not just for me. I have to say that though, because the booking is about that, what works for me, but it's again, it's not just what works, it's just what is, right? It's just what works, right? So I hope that makes sense. So if you're worried about, good things not constantly flowing, where is that coming from? Probably from an unhealed place. What within you is so concerned that good things will not continue to flow? And what within you is so, honestly, even focused, or even probably some of you obsessed with the fact that things have to be perfect all the time? They don't. Where is that coming from? Why do things have to be so good all the time? Do you not grow more through challenges? Does your soul not grow more through troubles and problems? Not that we would wish upon them, but don't you gain more understanding and a deeper understanding of the world and yourself when you struggle, when you go through pain and hardship sometimes? So give yourself permission to be open. Don't just mask it in the form of, if my life is perfect and in order in all ways, shapes, and forms, I am healed. Definitely not the case, definitely not true. If everything's going in order in my way all the time, there has to be something wrong eventually. Definitely not the case. Definitely not true, right? Question everything. Question why you feel what you feel. And you'll get a deeper understanding and comprehension of who you are, okay? So, yes. Good things flowing is a sign of synchronicity and living within your purpose. Abso-freaking-lutely. But it's not everything. And it doesn't mean everything. Because the fact is, you probably have a hating neighbor down the road. Just saying. So, protect your energy. Okay? Continue taking care of yourself. Give yourself that hour every day. Send gratitude. Heal yourself so it doesn't bother you if someone's talking smack about you down the street. Or if someone's wishing you well. You may not even believe you deserve all the blessings of life. That's usually where a problem stems from. You could have everything and not believe that you deserve it. And then you could lose it all because you genuinely didn't believe you deserved it. So, healing. Heal, heal, heal. It starts from there, okay? So I'm going to continue praying that poopsies heal so that they believe they deserve. I pray that they truly, honestly feel that they deserve all the good things that come their way. And that they can be okay with where they're at now. Even if they're bored, even if they want drama and chaos, I pray that they're okay with where they're at now, accepting where they're at now, accepting life the way it is. I know sometimes when we get blessings, we end up bored with them. The lottery winner gets bored after 4 days. I get it. They spend it all. I get it. It's human nature. Lord, give us a better way, a better path forward so we can spend wisely. I pray for financial blessings for my poopsies. I pray that you give them that surprise mystery check in the mail. This has been coming through the spirit. I've been praying for you guys behind the scenes as well. I pray for a financial miracle, a financial breakthrough for my poopsies. I pray that their angels are with them, that they can feel their presence. I pray their ancestors are with them. They can feel their presence, their guide, their help, their resource, their tool. I pray that you open a door, you open a way out for those who need it. You give them a healthy outlet and replacement of what they used to do. I pray that if they're not fully satisfied in their life, that you can give them the peace and happiness in your heart. Give it to their heart, Lord. Give them the peace and happiness you have, that you hold so dearly within you. Give them the forgiveness that you have because, Lord, you are so forgiving. Give them the acceptance of the things they cannot change. Thank you, Lord. Amen. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. So this was a difficult subject with so many factors, and it's quite complex, okay? I'm definitely not good at this subject, okay? I'm more better fitted for those who need help. Really, truly. I'm better at helping people, and that's honest. I can only do so much. Who go through issues. You can still use my services if nothing is wrong, you know. I come to find that after a few Reiki healings, most of my poopsies are not feeling the need to rebook because they feel already healed. They feel whole and complete, and that's fine. But I'm also here for you if you feel even just an ounce of doubt, like something could sabotage my blessings or something, you know, you feel something wrong. And I think that's why most people are drawn to my services when something is wrong, because I'm better suited to help people when something's wrong than when everything's going right. I don't have much to say to you, you know what I mean? So, with all love, due and respect, but this was the best I could do on this subject. It was very hard. I was honestly like skeptical, doubtful, like I could even do this video, because I'm like, oh, child, like, how do I help someone that's not going through much, right? But hopefully this still was well received, and I thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to help you. So if you'd like to book your own custom video, TonyBomboni.com. I also offer healings. I highly recommend a Reiki healing that will change your life forever. I'm actually about to do a video on that subject as well, so make sure you subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you all very, very soon. Bye, poopsies.